Okay, hi. This is a group discussions on our subject CEL2102. We are from group 96. Today we are going to discuss about SCL week 10s on some common dream themes and symbols in the template provided. So we are going to explain about some dream themes, and we will explain about the symbolization of the possible interpretations. So let's start with our introductions first.
Yeah, my name is Abdurrahim Maruf Oriyomi. I'm from the Department of Civil Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, UPM. My matric number is 181271.
Okay. Hi, my name is Chi Yongji. My car matric is 185908.
Hi, my name is Wilson Chong Lee Ching. My matrix number is 185705.
Okay. In this discussion, we are going to talk about the dream team, right? Yeah. Everyone got dream, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to share some dream team about?
I think first and foremost, we need to define what dream is. And dreams are a succession of images, idea, emotion, and sensation that occur usually involuntarily in the mind during certain stage of sleep. That is dream. And the dreams are like letter from the unconscious mind. And I think dream also depends on the religion's belief and the culture. And on this aspect, I would like to talk about symbols of the food in during the dream. And this in my own culture, eating food during the dream means a bad thing, that is being poisoned. So if anyone from my own culture is eating food during his dream, there are some certain sacrifice he must do to revert the cause of that dreaming. So in my own culture, eating food is not a good science for anybody. And another thing on the religion's belief, in Islam, which is the religion I practice, there is no tangible science or meaning for eating food or for even dreaming generally. Yeah. The only thing is that whenever anyone has a dream, when such a person wakes up, what he needs to do is just to observe some prayer and either to claim the dream, maybe it is good something, or to revoke it when it is a bad dream. That is that on the religion, on the aspect of the culture in my own life and the religion I practice. And another one is that there is another belief on the food that is the science that symbolizes knowledge because it nourishes the body. You know, you can see that now. That eating food is like when it symbolizes knowledge. That when you eat better, you'll be able to perceive well or to understand whatever you are reading. And that the body just as like, okay, let me just take the definition, is that it symbolizes knowledge because of nourishes the body just as informed nourish the brain. That as the information nourishes the brain, so the food nourishes the body. So that is another belief. However, it could be food, just ordinary food, that is just a food. Okay. Unlike from where I come from, we see it as a bad omen. So that is my take on the aspect of the dream and the eating during the dream.
Okay. How about you?
I think most commonly we have all those dreams of being chased, right? So I think that once a person have a dreams of being chased, it is most commonly a dream symbolizing in all cultures. That means you are feeling threatened, because in the reality aspects you may feel threatened, and that's why in your own consciousness it reflects that you are trying to escape from some things that you don't like or threats. So this is what it can mean from being chased, which in the aspects of real life you are being threatened. That's why you have a dream of being chased. Do you have any?
Like the dream team, my dream team is about the exam. Okay, for this symbol is bring that is a similarly to the self-evaluation. When the exam is near around the corner, you feel like very nervous, very scared, in the dream. And just like in the dream, actually in your real world, the exam is like 1 month after that. But in the dream is like tomorrow is the exam. Yeah, you will be very anxious. Yeah, and then this is a kind of motivation for you to like can start on the study already. Don't wait until the last minute.
I would like to agree with Seongjin's dream team's interpretations. That's right. Sometimes I do feel like falling in the dreams. Just like sometimes of falling into a very deep hole, a very dark big hole. Yeah, falling. Most possible interpretation I can make from falling is that it is a symbols that relates to our anxieties about letting go some things. That means you are just afraid of some things by that time, so losing controls or somehow falling after your success. That means you have just gained success on something, but then you are afraid to lose that. So sometimes when you are thinking of that before your sleeps, so it is possible for you to dream about fallings because you are too afraid to lose some things. Do you have anything?
Yes. With what you have just said, I think recently somebody was just telling me that the another way of memorizing something is to go about it some minutes before you go to bed. Just try to look at that thing, memorize it, pants on it, and things like that. So by the time you go to bed, you discover that those things are just coming, and at times if one is conscious, when you read, maybe you just, as you are reading, you fall asleep. During the time of sleeping, you discover that maybe those things were just coming as you were regurgitating over it, and it will just be coming. By the time you now wake up, you realize, those things, it's like is in the brain. It's because yes you'll be, so it's like that most cases. And the person this is just a discussion between me and a friend that we were just talking, and he said, most times if he wants to go to bed, he will just pick one of his course and try to go about it, and he will discover that in the morning that thing is there. It is like he has digested the whole thing. So I think dreaming at times is go along immediately issues you were battling with. Either you are afraid of losing something, it might come in the dream. Either you just gain something and you were just thinking about it, it might even come in the dream. So in a nutshell, I think dream it depends on different beliefs and cultures.
And I still got another dream team I would like to talk about. It's the demon. Demon actually is a evil thingy. It's very sneaky evil thingy. Sometimes it appear behind you as like in the dream, will scare you and like repress the emotion of you. You may feel like need to change, like if you dream about the demon, it's like it shows something to you that the thing you're doing now is not good. Then you have to like change your behavior for the better. For example, you for the worst you murder a person, then you about the next you on the day you sleep and you dream about the demon like come to hunt you, this is not you have to change your behavior.
From what you have thought about demons, that makes me think of babies or maybe angels. Babies and angels, most probably I would interpret it as life, and it's some kind of healings and a new style of life bonds. So it represents some kinds of hopes, and you're actually in the state of happy with your current situations. That's why you may probably think of some things that is very good. That is most probably a baby's or an angel's is quite a good sign for you, where you are going very likely very good in their situations.
I agree with that. Do you agree?
Yes. And that's also remind me of at times this dream that we are talking about, because there are some things that have happened to me, and when I now collate the whole thing, the occurrences, what has happened before I had this dream, what had happened before I had this dream, I realized that it has common trends with what I've had a dream with. Like I discovered there are some places when I traveled in my country, I discovered that when I walk in the night, let's say late in the night, maybe around 8:30, 9:30. Naturally, I don't try to go out maybe when it is night. But let's say I walk in the night, passing where there is bushes. If I sleep that night without making a proper prayer over it, I will have a terrible sleep and terrible dream. It happens to me several times, and from what I can deduce from that is that during the night the demons are very, very active. So maybe along the line one might have, because this life that we are in, we are not the only one in it. There are so many things that we cannot see. The evils are there. So, and in the night the beliefs make us realize that they are very, very active. So I now deduce from that maybe I've one way or the other in the night had contact with any one of demons. So when I sleep, if I don't revoke it before I go to bed, I will definitely have a bad dream. Maybe something is chasing me, maybe something is gripping me, those things, maybe I'm falling from a place, those things, it happens. And there was a time a friend told me that he had a dream, and when he woke up, it's like, okay, in the dream he had the dream that he went to a place to urinate himself, and maybe he left the building, maybe he go out to urinate, and something happened to him. So immediately he woke up from the dream. So he now realized that he is feeling to ease himself, and he stood up, and along the line that thing happened to him. So at times it's like that. So dream, as we are repeating it, is something that it can come in reality, or is a natural.
I do agree with you, right? So last but not least, I would like to add on another kind of themes. I feel like sometimes your own properties or your lovely properties just get on fires. So what can we interpret from that? From my own opinions, I think that it sometimes represents that you are going to lose your own lovely things. That means you are afraid in real life that your own things are going to be missing, going to be damaged, or even someone is trying to drop something from you, to grab it from you. That's why you have that kind of dreams. So that is what I can interpret from something on fire. So to end our discussions today, we have already got six points of themes. So that's probably quite enough for us, and we have shared a lot of thoughts together. I would like to appreciate that, and this is the end of our discussions.
Thank you guys.
Okay, thank you.